My name is Karen, one of the co-founders of Wite Collar, and we are a professional matchmaking platform that matches for mentorship. So kind of like how BetterHelp matches for counselors, Match.com matches for significant others or mates. We match for mentorship because we believe that the relationship of mentorship is most successful or has the best prognosis for someone's life when it is a good fit, when there's a good match between the mentee and the mentor. Um, so we believe that that perfect fit is an indicator or could be an indicator for success. So it is on the eve of this new year of 2026. And yes, I do have my tree still up because I don't take my tree down until after the new year. So don't worry about it, mind your business. But yeah, I'm not one of those people to like put the tree up minute, Thanksgiving is over with or take it down the minute Christmas is over. So I'm not one of those people. I'm not extra like that. So yeah, you do see a little bit of the tree in the view. But anyway, I digress. Oh, let me invite some folks. Let me invite some guests into here. I've always mean to do this, but sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So we're on the precipice of a new year, and I have a very unique challenge today. And because this is the thing, people always say new year, new me. Um, they set up goals or resolutions for themselves of what they want to accomplish for the new year. But very few people accomplish those goals. And the reason why is like once the new year, the newness of the new year fades away, people get distracted. People are very easily distracted. They get distracted with life things. They get distracted with in life things being like work, children, significant others, family. And so before you know it, all the things that you were trying to set out to do, the year is almost over and you haven't accomplished anything. And so the challenge I have for you guys today is, if you want to be set up for success, part one part of that is to get a mentor. You will hear the most successful, wealthiest people in the world, not just in this country, but in the world that say that mentorship changed their life for the better. It set their life on the trajectory to be as successful as they are, to make the kind of money they make. Some of them have had multiple mentors and have had multiple mentors at the same time. And even as successful as they are, they still call on their mentors when they want to bounce some ideas off of them or want some advisement. They still call on those same mentors. And so my challenge today is for 5 people to get a mentor. 5. I know that's pretty significant of a request, but I believe I can do it. I do everything, pretty much everything I set my mind to. And I know that people are currently right now assessing their life, evaluating their life, and thinking about what they want for 2026. And if you want something better than what you had in 2025, there is no shortcut to success. You have to do it the way that others have done it. They say the truly wise people learn from watching other people's mistakes. And a lot of people try to take on starting a new business or career or switching careers, those kind of endeavors on their own because they don't want to spend money. They know they have to invest money, they have to pay to play, they don't want to spend money. So they try to take on these endeavors by themselves. And it takes them a lot longer and a lot more money to do that. But if you have a mentor who has that lived experience, they can give you the real way of getting those things done and create a shortcut. So I am challenging 5 people to sign up to be a mentor. Our app is on Google Play Store, it's on Apple App Store. Um, you know, it is a fantastic way to get your 2026 year started right. We got to get our years set up right. We got to be in front of someone that is more knowledgeable than us, with more expertise than us. We connect you to skillpreneurs, which are basically entrepreneurs with multiple skill sets. So you're not just able, or you don't just have the capacity to learn just one thing. You could be learning multiple skill sets from this one individual who is like a resource in a human form, right? So, yeah, you could do it your way. You could do it by yourself. You could go and find a mentor for free, absolutely. But you're not going to get the kind of quality um, of mentorship that you would get trying to self learn, DIY it, or trying to go the free route. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. I have done both. I have done the do it yourself way. I have done the free way. And I probably would have gone a lot farther if I had not done those ways. Okay. You could get a lot further with someone who actually um, is experienced enough. Because the thing is, with a lot of these free mentors, they are past, I don't know how to say, I don't want to say past their prime, but a lot of them are retirees. So they're not knowledgeable about the current times and trends of today. They're mentors or entrepreneurs of yesteryear, right? From maybe 1990s, maybe early 2000s, they were in the market. That market has changed dramatically since they were in business. And so you're asking people with outdated ideas and tactics to give you guidance in 2025 when they only know of what happened up until 2000. So you're going to be very frustrated because as you grow as a business owner, you're going to be learning and hearing about all these new things that are happening. Meanwhile, your mentor is telling you old school tactics that no longer work. Also, if you DIY it and go through modules, you have communities like school and things like that, and you go through modules, watch videos, read tutorials, trying to do it yourself, business yourself, what you're going to find is unless you're a very disciplined person who has the bandwidth to sit and watch a 20-30 minute video, you're going to probably check out. We're all very distractible people because of social media and because life is busy. So you're going to be probably sitting on a lot of ebooks, a lot of tutorials, a lot of videos, a lot of these things these mentors try to take you through school because you can always get to it later. You don't have a physical person in front of you that is going to hold you accountable. You have to hold your own self accountable, which means that a lot of us are going to be like, oh, it can always wait till later. But when you're trying to really change your life and you're serious about it, you can't wait till later because later will be another year from now, or 2 years, or 5 or 10 years from now. Things will keep getting, pushed back. You'll keep procrastinating because you don't have that accountability partner. That is why Wite Collar offers people as resources versus modules and these self-directed learning platform. Because not everybody can do successfully the self-directed learning. There are some people out here who are capable of being disciplined enough and have the time to sit down and do the things that they want to do because they're highly motivated individuals. But not everybody is a DIY person. Okay. And we have to understand who we are. We have to really, truly assess. I am the type of person when I'm doing, when it comes to being a student, am I the type of person that would do well in a situation where I'm being, for example, as a parallel, homeschooled and I'm having to go through all the material myself, and don't get and really don't have the teacher hands-on giving me any sort of advisement or training or teaching. I just can do this stuff myself. And if I have a question, I may be able to, reach a teacher, but I don't have a hands-on teacher to learn, right? I'm someone that is capable of handling that situation responsibly, or are you someone that needs someone there with you that is hands-on, teaching you each step along the way, right? Giving you homework to do, checking your homework, making sure you understand the concepts, So you got to really assess yourself who you are. Don't allow your budget to um to direct how you move, okay? Because yes, you could do the self-directed learning and do the school community for cheaper or for free, but is it going to take you a lot longer because you're just not that type of learner? What kind of learner are you? Are you a visual learner? Are you an auditory learner? Are you someone that does well with written instruction? I'm not someone who does well with written instruction. Doesn't mean I'm slow, doesn't mean I have a disability. It just means I learn differently, you know? So we all have to really assess ourselves for these types of methods that we choose to learn and in the different ways and paths that we choose to receive mentorship. Some of us are not DIY mentorship people. Sorry, I don't know how to say it. I was trying to say it. We are not DIY when it comes to mentorship. Some of us need those teachers that can do that hands-on instruction with us. So that is what you need to assess. But that's neither here or there. What I want you to do is to take if you are person that knows that you need someone there to walk you through the process of whatever you're trying to learn. Okay, here's your opportunity to sign up on our platform. We're on Google Play Store. We're on Apple App Store. You just download the app. It takes less than 7 minutes to onboard. You're going to see on your homepage a list of mentors that have been recommended to you that are going to be supposedly a good fit based on information you have submitted with your onboarding questions. And then you have to send them, that selected mentor, after reading their bio and their profile, you have to send that mentor a connection request. That connection request is going to trigger a series of things. One of them is going to trigger you to make a $50 payment. Okay. Yes, we do ask for that $50 payment up front. That's a good faith payment that you are not going to waste this mentor's time, that you are serious about getting mentorship, that you're not going to ghost the mentor after they start the process of mentorship with you. Okay. So we do require a $50 payment, really $49.99 up front for you to even be able to correspond with that mentor, meaning communicate with them through direct messaging or video conferencing. Okay. So before you could even start having a conversation with that mentor, we make you pay $49.99. Um, once they also, and I failed to mention this. So once you send the connection request, they have to accept it. So once they accept it, if they accept the connection request, then on your end, then that is going to trigger a payment on your end as the mentee, right? And and when that payment is made, then you can have mentorship ongoing with that mentor. We also offer a 15-day trial period because we do understand it could be kind of hard from just reading someone's profile to get a sense of their personality, right? I mean, you may know that they're equipped and qualified, but you may not know if they're going to be a good personality match for you. So we allow you a 15-day trial period kind of to have 15 days of a discovery call with that person. Not just a 20, 30-minute call, but 15 days of a discovery call with that person before you're charged a monthly subscription because we are a subscription-based service. So you have 15 days to have as many sessions as they have allowed for because they will set and create their own schedule. So you have 15 days to spend with them during their office hours to determine if they're going to be a good fit. And if you decide they aren't, you can let us know by emailing us, and we will allow you to unmatch from that person to find a better fit. Now, we aren't going to allow for a whole bunch of, moving around too, no. So don't think that you can just, um, we have those people that may take advantage and think that they can get 15 days or less with one person, then they'll go switch to someone else and jump around and try to see if they can get by and keep this in mind. Every time you match to someone else, um, we can choose to charge you another $50. So don't think that if you're one of those people, we're not talking to everybody, just certain people. Don't think you can get free mentorship by just moving around and matching with different mentors. So there is that, like I said, that $15 50 payment could be triggered if we're noticing that you're doing a lot of jumping around, like a lot of mentor shopping. Okay. So it is a case by case basis. But if it's a one time thing and you say, this person's not for me, and your reason is valid, right? As to why you don't want to continue with mentorship with that person, we will allow you um, to switch. But it's going to be a case by case basis in terms of you know, how many switches people are allowed to do. And we may even have a policy about that eventually. But next year, we're going to have an option where people can upload a video, a 1 to 2 minute. When I say people, I mean mentors, can upload a 1 to 2 minute pitch video where people can get a good understanding as to that person's personality before they decide to connect with them. So outside of just the profile information, they'll be able to see a video of that person for them to view to decide if this person is for them. So that is going to be coming in 2026. But yeah, we will have guardrails in place for people that may be trying to, cheat the system, so to speak, and get around paying for mentorship. There are plenty of platforms you can go to where you can get free mentorship if you are, how do I put this? If you are seasoned enough to um, get mentorship that is not on that beginner level, right? From what I understand with certain platforms like Score, they expect you to come with the things. They expect you to come um, up with I wouldn't say the plan, but you to be knowledgeable and prepared enough to come to them with what you are already doing um, so that they can give you some guidance. So they're really for people that are more further along than that beginning level stage, like that very beginner level stage. If you don't know what you don't know and you really need someone to like walk you from A to Z, from what I heard, they're not the platform for that. They're a platform for people who are more further along, more seasoned, that may have a question here or there and already kind of have some direction of where they want to go. And maybe they just need a mentor to kind of um, help them along to kind of validate what they're doing. So if you're like, you have no clue and you're not at all knowledgeable about that subject area, then from what I heard, they're not the platform for you. They're not going to do that hand holding. Um, so I would suggest that if you are looking for anything from that level of, I'm new to this, I have no clue, um, you know, I've done maybe a little bit of research because I would hope that before you start mentorship in something, you've done a little, you've done enough research to have a general um idea of what you're getting into. Not that it's necessary, but it's just good practice. I would hope that anybody before they start a new endeavor has done a certain level of research. Um, but even if you haven't, our mentors can work with you on that very beginner level. If you have and you actually start putting some things into place, our mentors can help you on that level. They can help you on an intermediate level. I mean, so we're a little different in that sense that we are for those people that are extremely green, okay, and have not a clue of what to do. And the mentorship we offer is customizable. So if you're on that very beginner level, and maybe you might have to meet with your mentor several times a week, you pay the same price as someone who maybe only meet with their mentor once a week. We allow for mentorship to happen in the way and the fashion that person deems fit. So if you and your mentor decide that you guys need multiple meetings a week, you're not going to be penalized for that, because we understand that everybody comes at a different level of understanding. They come at a different level, a different knowledge base, different knowledge level. And so just because you're a little further, you're not as far along as someone else, doesn't mean you should be punished for it and have to pay more money. So you would pay the same as someone who's much further along than you, that has much more knowledge than you. Um, and you can meet with your mentor more frequently, and you would just pay the same price point every month as that other person who is more knowledgeable and doesn't need that much handholding. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of how we really meet you where you're at as a mentee. And that's why I really challenge you guys. Sorry, that was my GPS. That's my GPS. Sorry. So, I don't know if you heard it or not, but I forgot, didn't turn my GPS off. So what I will say is, back to the challenge, we are challenging 5 serious individuals. We don't need no people playing with our platform. We don't need any folks that are gonna come on our platform and do a bunch of foolishness, like put up AI profile pictures. Um, like, come on the platform and just sit on there and don't send any connection requests to mentors. Like people who are going to connect with a mentor and then waste their time because they don't show up for their scheduled meetings. We don't need any of those folks. Um, because we have guardrails in place to weed out those kind of people. Um, so we'll figure you guys out very quickly if that's what you want to come over here do. We need 5 serious individuals who are determined to change their life for the better. And it's not, they're tired of saying this is going to be my year, right? We know that everybody thinks every year is going to be their year, but these people are not seeing any of the results that they want to see and are tired of saying this year is going to be my year and nothing changes, right? Or it gets worse. They're actually serious about 2026 being their year, and they're actually going to take the steps that they need to take to make sure that 2026 is going to be the year, which includes getting a mentor, a career or a business mentor. We do both, not just business mentorship, we do also career mentorship. The only thing we don't do is life coaching, mindset coaching right now. We just do specifically industry specific mentorship. So that's us in a nutshell. I'm going to check our admin panel for our app. I know and I'm confident that 5 mentees are going to sign up, because I know there are 5 people on this platform out of all these, millions or uh, hundreds of thousands of people on Substack. There are at least 5 of you guys that are serious about making a change for the better in 2026. I truly believe that. I might be like, I don't know, delusional, but I truly believe that in 2026 that there are going to be 5 mentees on that app before the end of the night. I truly believe that, because I know that people are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and there are people that want better for themselves, want better for their families, want to create a legacy, and they're determined to see some results. They want to see some results. I know I'm a very results driven person. And I know I'm not the only one out here that's results driven, because you can say all the things you want to say. You can manifest all the things you want to manifest. But are you actually making steps towards change? Because change isn't going to happen without you. You are the agency of change. So I believe that there are going to be 5 people going to say, you know what? I'm going to I'm going to bet on myself, and I'm going to sign up for this app, and I'm going to see who I can connect with, because the people on our app, they're successful entrepreneurs or career professionals. They have figured out how to work for themselves and not work for anybody else and live off of that money. They have sustainable income. They're not living off of a job and then doing a side hustle. These are full-time entrepreneurs, business owners, and they're doing well for themselves. And if you ever envision yourself being a business owner or entrepreneur and not making side hustle money, but like real money and not having to answer to anybody, not having to ask anybody to take time off from work for a doctor's appointment or for something to go see something for your kid or do something for your kid. If you envision a life where you call the shots, not the shots call you, then this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. You just have to walk through the door. Walk through that digital door, white collar, white without the H. I'm going to put the app links in the chat. For those of you that are serious, it is Wite Collar, white without the H. And I know some of you are serious, but you just needed to meet me. I am one of the co-founders of the app. There's another co-founder. He's not here today. He may be showing up more in 2026. We are a husband and wife team. So let me share with you the app links here. It comes out kind of wonky, but you could see it. You just have to copy and paste it. We're on Apple Store. We're also on Google Play Store. And if you want to learn more about us, we have an informational website where you can learn out a little bit more about us and what we're about. We also have a blog on that website as well. But I truly believe that at the end of this and end of tonight, before 2026 comes, we'll have 5 mentees that will sign up, right? And you pay nothing to sign up. You only pay when you send a connection request. Remember, that's what I said in the beginning. When you send a connection request to a mentor that you're interested in, and they accept the request, I mean, they accept saying, hey, yes, I will be your mentor, because we also believe in choice on the mentor side of things. Then that's when the payment request or the payment will be triggered for you to pay. And that's just a good faith investment saying, hey, I am serious about getting mentorship. I'm not going to jerk you around. I'm going to show up. I'm going to be there when we have our scheduled meetings. I'm serious about, taking the steps to move forward in my life and getting my life to where I want it to be at. So, all right. Well, that's it. Thank you so much. Y'all have a happy new year. See you in 2026. Bye.